What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Uncut Gems with Slim. I am your host, Slim Reshae. And guys, what's up? Like, it's been a minute. I feel like, we've had the whole Bossed Up Gym series going on here on the podcast for about the past month. So I haven't, given y'all any gems that weren't specifically geared towards building your business and your entrepreneurial journey. So make sure if you have not tuned into our Bossed Up Gems series that you check it out. It is available on podcasts at Uncut Gems with Slim, as well as the Uncut Gems with Slim YouTube channel. So make sure you check it out and subscribe so you don't miss a beat and you get all the gems. I had some of my favorite girlfriends and entrepreneurs on the podcast, so make sure you guys check it out. But this week we are back with just a regular schmegula episode, and I had to put the mic in the view so y'all could see the mic, because is it really a podcast if you can't see the mic in the camera? And if you're not seeing anything at all, that means you're tuned in on either Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. We appreciate the listeners too. But make sure you head on over to Uncut Gems with Slim, our YouTube channel, so you can get the full visual element. You can feel the vibes. You can see this beautiful yellow crop top that I got on that's so cute. And the hair is flourishing, makeup beat. So you want to make sure you tune in when you can, on the YouTube channel, so you can get all the visual vibes. You can just get the full thing, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I ain't gonna dwell too much on that. I did want to mention our YouTuber beginner series on my main channel, Slim Reshae. Make sure you check it out. I will be filming a huge amount of the rest of that content very soon. So make sure you tune in to that. And so I just want to go ahead and jump right in. I know that was a long introduction, but y'all, I just feel like, we need to celebrate small victories, and we need to celebrate each little goal that we are checking off our checklist. And so that leads into what we are talking about today. And so I got my little notes. I'm gonna do the bullet point situation like we did last week, where we kind of, I'm gonna dibble and dab. I'm not gonna straight read, because we need to be elevating. So I'm elevating. So here we go. So this week's gem, I wanted to remind you guys that continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. And so today's episode is titled Delayed Perfection, because I just feel like it's something that we need to open our eyes to and realize, what is more important. And so I feel like between me kind of trying to roll out this YouTuber beginner series, like y'all, if y'all would have only known like the thoughts I had in my head that I wanted to do, like I was like, yeah, like I got 21 video ideas. We're going to pump it out 21 days in a row and yada, yada, yada. Like I'm telling my accountability partners, like this is it. Like this is what we're doing. This series is going to be popping, fire, whatever. And in the back of my head, I had a little voice of reason that was like, girl, like, okay, you work a real job during the week and some weekends, okay? And so outside of this, you telling me you gonna create 21 videos to go up back to back to back and all of this stuff. And so like as the dates started creeping up on me, and as like, yeah, here it is. It's time for the YouTuber beginner series. But then it's also like, sis, you only recorded 2 videos. It starts like, I don't know, just growing on you like, oh my gosh. And then you start feeling like, okay, like, then you start doubting yourself. Like, can I really do this? Just with me trying to roll out this series. And then on top of all of that, just conversations I've been having with some of my peers just about different things that we are going through in life and different goals that we're trying to achieve and things like that. After talking to them, I feel like I came to the conclusion that it's very easy to fall into this state of delayed perfection. Like you got all this stuff that you want to do, but you're stuck in this state of delayed perfection because your vision isn't clear. So as a content creator, I usually have ideas bouncing around in my head, like all over. Like I have so many ideas that just float around in my head, and like it's so many things that I want to do or that I'm thinking about doing, but it's like I can't do anything with those ideas if I'm not clarifying the vision and narrowing down like what is the vision outside of all of these ideas that is bouncing around in my head. And I feel like if you don't clarify the vision, there's no way for you to figure out a starting point. And when you don't have a starting point, it's like you just push off things that you have great ideas about, things that you want to do. You just keep pushing it off because you don't know where to start. And I feel like one of the main things you have to do in order to like get to solidify a starting point is you have to write down your vision and you have to make it plain, period. That. And so I feel like the key is to clarify the vision. And let's be clear, vision and ideas are cousins. They are not the same thing. They literally are cousins. You have ideas, which are just going to be just different things, different thoughts that pop into your mind, like, oh, that'll be cool to do. Oh, that'll be dope to do. Oh, I can see me doing this. Oh, I can see me doing that. Those are ideas. But vision is something that is clear. Matter of fact, we're going to Google it. It says vision is the state of being able to see or the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination and wisdom. Oh, my lamb. Wait a minute. Yo, this is so, like, this is off script. Like, I didn't know I was going to do this, but that is so good. It says vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. And that just blew my mind right there, just because like you have these ideas, these things in your imagination that you're thinking like, this is gonna be good. I can see me doing this. I can see me doing that. But to the difference between your ideas and that vision is gonna have applied wisdom. Woo, child. Okay, girl, who is talking? Cause it ain't you. And so basically, vision is taking those ideas, applying wisdom to it, and planning for the future. My goodness, who is this woman talking? Y'all, please get into this. Ideas and visions are cousins. They are not the same thing. Sometimes people feel like they're productive because they have all these ideas going off in their mind and they're just like, oh my gosh, like I have all these ideas, like I'm being productive because I have all of these ideas about what I want to do and all of this stuff, this, that, and the third. But without narrowing down those ideas, writing it down, making it plain, applying wisdom and planning for the future. Without that, there's no way that you can find a clear starting point. So if in the back of my head, I'm like, yo, I want to start a podcast, right? But I have all these different ideas in my head about the podcast and yada yada yada, but I'm not making plans for the future on how I'm going to achieve starting my own podcast. I'm not applying wisdom, the wisdom that I know that to be good at a thing I must do research. If I'm not applying that wisdom and doing research to learn what I need to know about how to start a podcast, if I'm not doing any of that, then it's just a figment of my imagination. It's just words that aren't even words because they're just, little, I don't know what's in your brain or in your mind that have ideas just flowing, but you just little cells just trickling around up in there. They just, tiptoeing in my Jordans in your head. It's just it's just like, thoughts, and it's literally just stuff in your head. Okay, it's stuff, ideas is stuff in your head, and without a plan for the future, without applied wisdom, without action, that's all it's ever going to be. And you're not going to be able to define a starting point and get to the grind. What is even the gym this week? I done got out. Yes, so without that applied wisdom, action and all of that, then you're just gonna have delayed perfection. And delayed perfection also kind of chimes in for those people who like they want to make sure everything is perfect before they make it go live. Like me, I would have delayed perfection if I didn't go ahead and record this episode today. If I wanted to perfect my podcast notes where they were to a T. But no, continuous improvement. Yes, I can't just go off the dome right now for the podcast because I naturally ramble. So for me, continual improvement. Eventually, one day, I'll be able to sit down in front of the camera and a microphone with no script, no notes, no nothing, and I could just go off the dome and give you guys gems. Yes, eventually I can get there, but in the meantime, instead of delaying my podcast until I'm at the point where I can do an episode without notes, I'm doing continual improvement. So I started off reading. Now I'm starting off doing bullet points and things like that. And so I'm working my way up and I'm having continuous improvement, and that's what matters. And so I wanted to tie this back in as far as like ideas being literally just thoughts in your head. For me, I like to write down stuff. Like writing down things is how I used to study when I was in school. Like writing is how I remember things. Writing is how I can see and clarify like what I'm doing. And so I like to write down things and write down my thoughts so I can see what I want to accomplish. And one thing I like to do is set aside a time every year. I try to do this basically like since I started my channel, I try to do this every year. And set aside time to create a vision board for the year. And it doesn't have to be at the top of the year, you know, whatever. It can be any time. And you just sit down and you kind of have a creative brain dump. And it's very helpful to have like, if you have a creative brain dump session with like people who are either your accountability partners or other people who are like-minded or in the same field as you. So for me, I like to do this with my other entrepreneur friends or influencer friends, and I like to just have a creative brain dump session because it's so helpful to be able to not only get your ideas out and write them down or put images and words to your thoughts on a vision board, but it's also beneficial to have like-minded people to bounce off your ideas because other creatives can bring another aspect to your idea and help you navigate that starting point so you can start that thing, do that thing, make continuous improvement towards that thing instead of delaying perfection. And so I want to encourage you guys, like if you have any friends or family or anything that you can do, or if you don't have people like around you in general to do that, just do it yourself. Like create a vision board of just anything that your thoughts and ideas that you come up with that you want to accomplish. Create a vision board, put it down, put it on your wall once you finish it, so when you wake up every morning you could look at it and see like, okay, like yeah, one day I'm gonna have that. Last year my vision board had a picture of the YouTube plaque, right? And so I was like, you know, by the end of this year I'm gonna have this plaque. And here I am, and I got the plaque. You know what I'm saying? The plaque's in my studio room. But y'all seen it on my main channel if y'all have tuned in for any of my other videos. But yes, I just wanted to share like a vision board is one of the perfect ways to get your ideas out on paper or out in front of you so you can see it and so you can kind of start making a plan for the future for those ideas, how you can start applying wisdom to those ideas and just like going for it. Just do it. So after you clarify your vision, I feel like the next thing you have to do is figure out how you can use what you have to get where you want to go. And this part is huge because I feel like people's state of delayed perfection often stems from them feeling like they need XYZ in order to achieve ABC. Like they need this to achieve their goal. But the gag is continuous improvement is how you achieve those goals. And like the major key literally is taking it step by step, taking it day by day to achieve those goals, and just working diligently, celebrating those small victories, and just continuing to take it one step at a time. Like, that's how you continually improve and ultimately reach your goals. And I feel like without that continuous improvement, people become stagnant, and then time will just like pass them by while they're waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect equipment, the perfect financial backing, or the perfect time. Like, stop allowing delayed perfection to validate your lack of improvement. Do y'all need me to say it louder for the people in the back? Quit allowing, did I say quit? I said quit. Quit allowing delayed perfection to validate your lack of improvement. Oh, that's all I got. That is all I got. Yes, I'm ending it like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure y'all go ahead and write your vision down, make it plain, and just let's get back to the grind. Let's get to it. I believe in you, and if nobody else believes in you, you got to believe in you. So make sure that you're not downing yourself for any achievements that you haven't achieved yet. Like, don't get down on yourself. You need to encourage yourself. Like, because if no one else got your back, you got your back. Okay, so you gotta hype yourself up. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, if I want a six-pack, I can't just be sitting here eating this fried chicken. Like, I gotta get to the gym. And I'm speaking to myself because I do need to get to the gym. But just in general, with your goals and everything like that, like, don't get down on yourself when you're not achieving stuff. But don't just blame your lack of achievement on delayed perfection, saying that you're waiting for the perfect time, you're waiting for the perfect equipment, yada, 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 to get where you want to be. Just do it. Just literally get out there and do it. Write your vision down. Write those ideas down. Get them out your head. See them on paper. Put them somewhere where you can see it every day so you can keep grinding until you get it. So yeah, that's all I got, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. For the people listening on podcasts, thank y'all for tuning in. If you feeling froggy, leave me a rating and review. And if you on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and like this video. And why not let me know in the comment section what other things you guys want me to kind of chat about on the podcast. So y'all, let me know. I love y'all so much. Keep grinding, keep shining, and keep going. Just keep going. Just do it. Like, I'm proud of you, okay? If you ain't heard it today, I'm proud of you. I love y'all so much, and I appreciate y'all. And until next week. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe to the podcast, and feel free to connect with me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Slim Reshae. That's SLIMRESHAE. Links will be listed in the show notes, and until next time, love yourself and be beautiful. When you need to